I just want to go ahead and just geek out a little bit and hit off with the finale real quick. Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave. I am so excited for this game, man. You know, I did think it was really funny. I saw the Avengers in-game memes of Thanos, where it's just like, you know, all your failures lead back to me, and someone's like, this is Nintendo after Engage didn't sell well. They go back to Fódlan, and I'm like, basically, it's like when it in case of emergency, break glass, go back to Fódlan. So I'm very excited for this and like the approach that they're taking with Fortune's Weave, where it very clearly looks like a prequel to Three Houses. You know, with them talking with the what you can safely assume was Dimitri's ancestor. It's the same voice actor, looks like him. Talking about, was it the Heroic Games? I think is what it was.
So I don't remember what they called
I
it.
think it's Heroic Games. You can assume that will like help lead into what is known in the Three Houses lore as the War of Heroes, with like Nemesis and the 10 elites and everything like that. You know, of course, at the very end, we saw Sothis and as an adult, which, you know, there for a little bit, I saw some people saying, "Oh, you know, is this a sequel?" I mean, I guess in technicality of releases, yes, it's a sequel, but like it was even like a plot point in Three Houses of Sothis was like, "I don't know why I've got this form. I don't know why I'm a child." You know, because Sothis was already dead at that point. So I mean, Sothis being an adult's not really a big deal, but you know, I saw a lot of deep dives, and I've done some deep dives in the trailer, and there's so many different little hints to things here or there of just like if you kind of take a look at like the battle and the battles they did show, and just like the crests that different characters have. So like I guess our main character Kai, he has the crest of Abin, I believe is what it is, which is Yuri's crest from the Ashen Wolves. You know, like the dude with the sword that looks kind of like the sword of creator, but it's called the answer. He is very clearly an ancestor to Mercedes and Yuritsa. He even has the same crest they have, which was shown in the crest on the sword if you look close enough. Looks like one of Happy's ancestors is in there. You know, there was a quick shot of what could have been Constance's ancestor in there, which I thought was also interesting, because especially since the main character is kind of bearing the crest of Yuri's, is like, I wonder if they're going to kind of maybe more dial into like the four Aristotles, which was the four crest of the Ashen Wolves. I wonder if you'll dive into that, but I don't know. There's just so much potential for this to dial it back and kind of lead up to what happened, like with the 10 elites and everything. I'm super pumped for this. I mean, what did you think about the trailer? I'm so damn excited.
I mean, it is one where I like Three Houses. I enjoyed playing Three Houses. I'm not one who went back and played it every storyline or anything.
Yeah.
But it's like I had fun with it. It was a great game. I didn't really until the end of the trailer when we saw Sothis, I was like, I know it's a Fire Emblem game.
Right.
And then there I was like, okay, I don't really know what I don't really know what this story is, but it'll be cool.
Yeah. No,
It's
that's
like
my mindset.
I'm excited to play it because it's like I casually enjoy Fire Emblem.
Right.
I didn't play Engage. I think I don't remember what came out around that time, but it was one where I just kind of skipped over it.
Mhm.
So it's one where I'm excited for it to come out. I'll play it when it comes out and I'll have fun with it.
Right.
But it's one where I'm not gonna be as hyped up on it as you, because Three Houses was one of the, like, you played that game through
Multiple times.
more times than I would have ever cared to.
Right.
But it's one where I'm glad that Fire Emblem is coming back in this way, because yeah, when Engage came out, a lot of people didn't like kind of the return to form for Fire Emblem. And it's like they seem to everybody latched on to the Three Houses and the way that you played that game. So it'll be interesting to see how they do it with this game.
Yeah, that's something I'm very interested in, because like that thing that was, I felt like really, you know, prevalent in the trailer was just the focus like on these certain characters they showed up close, right? And like maybe heard their voice actor for or whatever. Because there was like a lot of different characters shown in the background. Again, like example, like what you can assume is Constance's ancestor. It was simply like you just had to look for it kind of thing, you know. But like these characters that are very in your face and shown, it kind of, you know, what you're saying, it kind of makes you think like, okay, are we gonna take the approach like a Three Houses where you kind of take a route essentially, or is it just one overall story?
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's one where, like, just based on how the trailer was, it kind of feels like, or I get the feeling it's more of a, like, we've laid the story out for you, play along it.
Yeah, basically.
But it's also one where there was enough shown of like specific characters where it's like, okay, is this gonna be, as you're kind of going through it, you ally with this group, or you ally with this group, or you ally. So
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see if it is kind of more of that central storyline focused, or replayability with different character groups that
Right.
we saw before with Three Houses.
Yeah, which that's the route that I hope it goes, you know, because I mean, it's always possible, especially with how the heroic game seems to be designed, just from the trailer of where Dimitri's ancestor will grant a wish or whatever, and you know, you have all these characters that are eyeing for the throne or whatever the wording was in the trailer. So it's definitely possible that you have your center character of Kai, who mentioned in the trailer, it's like, I'm just fighting to save my dad. So it's like, if that's the case, you know, he could just side with whoever he thinks gives the best shot, which again gives you that replayability. Because that was one of the best parts about Three Houses, is that replayability and seeing all the different story options and everything. So, you know, and if that's the case, I saw another meme of like, oh man, I can't wait for another 7 years of discourse of everyone arguing which leader was right and which leader was the right way to go. So either way, Fire Emblem Fortune Weaves, fantastic trailer, great music in the trailer, by the way, phenomenal music. Cannot wait for it. And man, off the dome, I'm trying to think of like games we know are coming out next year. Right now, it might be my #1 most anticipated game for next year already. I can't think of other games for next year that like I'm super mega pumped for. Tides of Annihilation was one of them. But this would beat out Tides of Annihilation for me. But either way, I mean, I'm very, very excited for this game.
Yeah, I will say, I don't, just speaking on like 2026 games, I don't remember what's coming out 2026 right now.
I don't either, besides a handful.
It's gonna be one of those where I have a feeling that it's gonna be like, we're gonna, by the time we get to the end of the year, we're gonna know what the big hitters are, because they're gonna reinforce it at the Game Awards for us, what's coming out next year.
Oh yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see like what the lineup is gonna be for next year. Because yeah, like right now, I don't got a clue what I'm excited for next year.
Yeah, no, I mean, if I had to form a list of 5 right now, like, and you told me to do it on Off the Dome, no chance. No chance.
It's like I can't even start to think of next year, because the next month is jam packed with too much stuff that I'm focused on.
Right. Packed to the gills.